This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is a case of Staves versus Staves. You all have been together for 4 years, you're married, but whether this marriage goes any further depends on what happens in this courtroom today. Is that right, Ms. Staves?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've opened this case, tell us why.
I'm here because I'm for sure that my husband is cheating. I call him texting some chick saying, I love you. So I looked over and I was like, you love somebody? And he was just like, oh, that's not what it is. You read it wrong. Like, I got 2 eyes. I can see.
Who you telling I love you to?
Yeah, Honor, I wasn't, it wasn't even I love you. It said I miss you.
So who are you conversing with saying, I love you, I miss you, or
Either one.
what other term of affection you want to use?
It was a coworker that I was working with.
Unless your coworker is her.
And it wasn't.
Is she your coworker?
No.
Oh, come on, Mr. Staves. This is Couples Court 101. If you write a coworker talking about I miss you, I love you, what else is she gonna think?
I mean, I'm not, I'm not.
You're going by what your shirt says, not guilty.
Not guilty, you gotta feel me, so.
Have you had sex or any contact with this coworker, Mr. Staves?
No, not really. We might hung out and I might say some flirtatious stuff maybe, But
Have you kissed her?
No.
Have you touched her?
No, I didn't.
All right.
So, Ms. Staves, you found this I love you text. What other warning signs have you seen?
Well, we used to go on dates like every Friday. Now ever since we got married, like for the last 3 years, we haven't been on no dates. We used to have sex like 2-3 times a day, and now we might have it once a week, if that.
Okay, here's the thing. No dates? You said no dates for the last 3 years?
For 3 years.
We've been on dates, but they seem like they're not good enough, or like we just trying to recently go out to like concerts and stuff. So I've been wanting to be able to do that for her, you know what I'm saying, as if she did for me before, So I'm like trying to work on
Our last date was a concert 3 years ago. And I took him on that date.
She's saying ain't nothing to appreciate. She's like, there is no dating, so there's nothing for me to appreciate. Which makes me want to go, okay.
Yeah,
you said 3, you haven't gone on one, you used to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like when you used to do this? What was
We used to
the
have
beginning
fun.
like?
It used to be the time where he'd just like pop up at the house and be like, oh, I want to take you somewhere, or he'd be like, I got a secret for you, and then it really, like 2 seconds later, he's like, okay, I can't keep it. I want to take you out on a date. This is what we're gonna do. I end up getting pregnant with our oldest daughter, and a couple of like a year or 2 later, on Halloween he proposed to me. Him and my daughter got on one knee, and she asked me would I marry her daddy.
Oh, that's cute.
That's how we met. That's how we became a couple and married.
So it was kind of sweet. You all were
we
friends.
used to be really close and really had a lot of fun together and loved each other. And I don't know, all the fun is just gone. It just seemed like we do just arguing all the time. And
So, Mr. Staves, what it sounds like to me is when you were trying to get her, your game was up here.
Yeah.
And then once you got her, you kind of dropping your game a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's not even
Right.
It's not. That's right, but it's a lot of things that came with it. She did stuff like bleach my clothes, you know what I'm saying? And that was before I was even cheating or anything. She accused me of
Before you were cheating?
Yeah, like
Before you were cheating?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Before she accused me of cheating. I'm sorry. That's why I meant to put it like that. Like
You sure you don't want to cover that? Cover your shirt up a little bit?
It was a chick that we knew, you know what I'm saying, both in a town that we moved to, and she thought I was still seeing her and everything, and
because you asked about her.
Because I asked about her.
House.
Yeah, I asked about her with my own friend, and it was just nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man, I used to, you know what I'm saying, know her like this and that, but I don't know if she still stay over there. That's how I said it. But he went back as if, I was still looking for her. We went by her house and all that type of stuff. But it wasn't even that case, So,
Ms. Staves, why did you bleach his clothes?
Because when I asked about it, he was lying.
What did you ask him about?
I asked him why he was trying to go. Why was he even worried about that girl? Like, I think he was over there seeing the girl. So I bleached his clothes.
Okay, I gotta say, once you bleach a man's clothes, he's gonna be less inclined to want to take you out on a date. I'm just saying.
Okay, that was
I'm
like
not gonna
one
have the tire
incident.
take out in.
It was.
Trying to figure that out.
He said he ain't got nothing to put.
You got nothing to wear.
He got clothes to wear.
Okay, so we know you have these warning signs.
Yes.
These things that are making you think something's amiss. But what do you have that shows he's cheating?
Well, one day I had, like, he went missing and I couldn't, like, get a hold of him. So he
Okay.
told me where he was staying at. So I called that person and was like, hey, is DeAndre over there? He said no. So I called my homegirl and I was like, okay, something's up.
Hold on, let me ask you something. Had y'all had a falling out?
We had an argument, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's left to cool off.
Yeah,
All right,
or so
that-
he said.
All right.
And so I called my best friend. I was like, it's a mission time, so let's, suit up, let's go.
It's what time?
It's mission time.
Mission time. Okay. Ooh.
So my friend pulled up. I was like, all right, we get in the car, and I was like, we were supposed to go to the store, and she wanted to go to the store way out. So I said, no, I want to go to the store closer by. And I'm telling you, it's God, because God works in mysterious ways in my life, honey. I pull up, before I could even turn off my car, I see DeAndre coming out the store. And so I look beside me, it's a chick in this car. I said, so when he see me, he see my best friend, he already know what's going on.
There's a woman in his car?
No, in her car. It's in her car, but it was only 3 cars. It was the car that pulled up with me and my car and this car beside, and here come DeAndre just strolling out.
So he sees you.
He seen me and he took off into the car. Well,
He's running?
Yes, like he kind of sped up because he know it's back
came
for
outside.
five. So I opened the door.
You open the car door.
Yes, and I drug him out.
You physically drug him out of the car.
Yes.
Oh, how'd you do that? Did you grab him by the shoulders?
No, I
or
grabbed him by his hair.
Oh, real dragon. Oh.
She actually dragged you out of your car by your hair.
Dragged me out the car. I didn't even see her. Like I came out on a whole different mission. But she'll swear up and down that, you know what I'm saying, I seen her and I tried to run to the car and jump in.
Mrs. Staves, for those of us who want to know, what happened next?
We get back in the car, we leave. I can't get a hold of him. We not, like, he still didn't come home. He didn't go, like.
You still
Then
didn't
a
go
couple
home? After
days
you
later-
caught red-handed, you didn't go home?
The girl was my friend, you know what I'm saying?
Of course she was.
She
They always friends.
give me a ride back and forth to work, you know what I'm saying? Trying to help me out, you know what I'm saying? Because I was.
Is this the same friend you miss or slash
No,
love?
no, it's not.
Oh, it's a different one.
It's a different.
Different coworker.
Yeah, this.
Have you ever told her you miss a lover?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Did she see you get dragged out the car?
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby was scared.
She circled back, you know what I'm saying, just to see what's out.
Oh, she pulled off and left you?
Yeah, she pulled off. Yo.
Oh, she didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Mr. Cutler.
She didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Mr. Cutler. She drags him out by the hair. Homegirl leaves him.
Oh,
She's
she didn't
like,
have no choice.
deuces.
But she did come back at some point
She's
just
like,
to probably look and see if he was okay.
Just trying
You
to-
okay?
Just,
Oh, this is
yeah, she
so
just trying
rich.
to make sure I was cool, you know what I'm saying? Cause
So you say nothing happened.
yes.
You are not guilty.
Yes, Shauna.
Right.
That's what you and your shirt say.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
What y'all say?
Cause I'm like,
Have you caught your husband in any other, what's the word, compromising situation?
Yes, I've caught him in several compromising situations. We had a neighbor, she was a hoe, and
Okay, here, I
I'm
understand
sorry, Your
how you
Honor.
feel.
I'm
I feel you. I understand how you feel. But let's just call her
The neighbor.
the neighbor.
The neighbor.
But
Okay, well, we have
the special neighbor.
Oh, yeah, she's special. All right, we have a neighbor that's special. I didn't want him around them, and so I was like, just so we don't have those kind of issues, just stay away from her, you know, just be, you know what I'm saying? Just if you don't want no problems, it won't be no problems if you just stay away from this person.
but how you want me to practically avoid this girl at all costs in this small apartment? If I go if I come down the stairs or go ahead to work, or if I see her outside, I gotta
around and
I
go
gotta
the
turn
other
around.
way.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yes.
it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, it was a little more controlling than, you know what I'm saying, her just, you know, respecting me or trusting me, you know?
Okay, so wait. Just one question. So you didn't mind her giving you a heads up about it, right?
Yeah.
But what you didn't like is, and if you see her, I don't even want you to look at her. You come back in the house and she goes like all that.
Like,
you didn't like
we had a neighbor, me and my friend hung out with her and the special female and her cousin. They came over, you know, and it's not my house. I can't tell them to leave or none of that. So I sat there for a minute and conversated with the owner of the house. And then I was like, all right, we gotta go, you know what I'm saying, because they up here, you know.
Well, later I'm doing a neighbor's hair.
How much later?
Like 2 days later. It was
2 days later.
Like 2 days later, I'm doing a neighbor's hair, and she's filling me in how he was with the neighbor and the girls and all this stuff. And then when I come outside my house, I stopped doing her hair to ask them about it. He in the doorway with the girl that I told him don't be around, smoking a black and mild or something, or smoking a cigarette or something.
All right,
Mr. Staves.
Mr. Staves.
Mr. Staves, just, can you put your hand over that top part? Do you want to do that?
No, because I'm telling you, you gotta feel it. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not guilty. I promise you that.
Okay, why you with this woman? Why you with the woman, your wife, that specifically said, no?
She opened the door and was like, oh, I see how y'all doing it, how this going now. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything to her. I'm not hugged up with her. I'm not touching on her. She just so happened to come outside and didn't have no cigarette to smoke or anything. So I just gave her the black and I was gonna get up and leave.
Let the girl go find the cigarettes. She know how to find cigarettes. She was finding cigarettes before she met you. With her broke self.
Mr. Cutler, let's look at these accusations. She found him in another woman's car and she dragged him out by the hair. My personal favorite.
Mine's too.
She also told him specifically to stay away from this particular special neighbor. Then you've got that they've not been out on dates. Their sex life has decreased. And I'm sure because of sex life decreased, she's like, well, if he ain't doing it with me, who's he doing with? Right. Am I right?
Right.
And this one-time happy marriage, friends with benefits, friends that become lovers, friends that become husband and wife, all of that is at risk. And if you find out he's cheating, you're done?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard because we got 2 kids together. I don't want to lose it, but at the same time, I don't want to be miserable either.
All right.
Well, in order to get to the truth, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Sisko to determine, is he cheating? Please report Ms. Sisko in. Ms. Sisko, good day. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Your Honor?
Doing fine. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
We've got Mr. and Mrs. Staves here trying to figure out whether this marriage is going forward or not. Tell us what you did to investigate this case.
Well, I first had the accused write a witness statement, and I analyzed it for any indicators of deception and truthfulness. And I studied their case file, and I put together an interrogation strategy, and then I interrogated Mr. Staves to see if he was cheating.
As it pertains to Mr. Staves and this special female neighbor, what did you uncover?
When I asked Mr. Staves about the female neighbor, he told me that he was at an apartment of another tenant, and the female neighbor showed up. Then he told me I was not trying to get up on the neighbor, meaning I wasn't trying to have sex with the neighbor. And while he was saying this, he was shaking his head no. So verbally, he's saying no. Non-verbally, he's saying no. So that's congruent behavior, which is indicative of truthfulness.
So you don't believe he slept with the neighbor?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Because
no indicators of deception.
Okay. All right. So the fact that his behavior, what he was saying matched what his body was doing.
Correct.
Is what you rely on to make that determination.
Correct.
All right. So what did you learn about the woman at the store where he got dragged out of the car?
When I asked Mr. Staves about that woman at the store, he was very open with me. So again, providing a lot of detail, so I didn't have to probe for the information. And then he told me that he did have an affair with that woman, and it just ended a couple months ago.
Ms. Staves,
Yeah.
you just heard from our expert that your husband admitted he had an affair with the woman that you saw him with at the store. What's going through your mind?
This is just really embarrassing, and you could have been real with me. You know, I'm probably the only person that, like, if you had been real, I would have understood. Like, if you gotta...
Mr. Staves, I'm not sure you understand that marriage means one person, regardless of what's going on. And when you're in a marriage, when things are bad, I mean, everything ain't always been as lovely as you see with me and Mr. Cutler here. We've been married 30 years. But what you don't do is take those bumps to somebody else to take care of. You stay at home and say, look, I'm mad at you. I'm not happy with you. What are we gonna do about it?
I did that before, Your Honor, several times over, you know.
Then maybe you all don't need to be together. I mean, there's some... There's some marriages that just don't work out for whatever reason. You all have been together for 5 years and engaged for 4 years.
Yeah.
Ms. John, why have you brought your fiance to court today?
I brought him here today because I feel that he's cheating on me. He's extra friendly with people in the neighborhood.
Mr. Cutler's extra friendly with our neighbors, so what does that mean? Do I need to be worried? Do I need to be eyeballing something? Tell me what that means.
He just goes out of his way to help them do stuff to their yard. If they're working on their car, he goes out of his way to help them do that. Just goes out of his way to help them.
Okay.
You believe it's beyond just friendly?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
do.
she's thinking. She's thinking that. You know,
But
so I feel like it's all a cover-up for what she's doing, so.
Yeah, but it ain't about me.
Well, Mr. Willette, in terms of what you're doing, are you a friendly person?
Of course, I'm always friendly.
Do you go out of your way to help your neighbors?
Of course I do. Every day. I try to make everybody happy, especially her.
So-
You know?
All right.
He's Mr. Rogers.
That's probably... Are you cheating?
She can accuse me all day, but I'm not cheating. That's what I want to tell her, but she don't believe me.
There's too much
I'm
sneaky
too
stuff
faithful.
going on.
If I wanted to cheat on somebody, I would be single. There'd be no reason for me to even be in a relationship.
So you believe she's doing this to deflect about what she may be doing?
It's a guilty conscience. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I mean, because he's a friendly person, that must be one of the things that attracted you to him.
Yeah, it was one of the things, but the extra stuff, and then like
What extra
he
stuff?
won't ever
What's the
leave
extra
his cell phone alone. He takes it in the shower with him. He sleeps with it next to his head. If I ask to look at it, he takes it
My
and
phone
then gives
is
it to me
always in the
15
open.
minutes later.
And the
So I
reason
never
why-
get to touch it.
Okay, so you all have been together for 5 years.
Yes.
You've been engaged for 4 years. What was the first sign that something went wrong?
It was probably about 3 months ago. He started working, and he'll tell me he's working an overnight shift. It's just him and a guy working. When I pick him up in the morning, it's him and a female working. His excuse is a schedule change, but it's always something.
But I'm always working.
Okay, so...
What can I do at work?
The nights that there's a female coworker, I'll text him. I don't get a text back. It's just if it's a male coworker, he'll text right back all night, back and forth. If it's a female, I barely get texted all night while he's working.
Okay, so something in your gut is telling you,
Yeah.
making you say, huh.
Are you not responsive when you have a female coworker?
I'm responsive when I get a chance to. I'm working. I can't just pick up the phone whenever. What if I have a customer and she texts me at that time, but I'm helping out 2-3 different
It's
customers?
just a
How can
little
I pick up the phone and
convenient
text
when
back?
it's a
Makes no sense.
girl, he's
Okay.
not texting back.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Willette, I'm gonna let you in on the secret, okay? Women detect patterns.
Ah, he's speaking truth.
They detect them very quickly. And the pattern is when there's a female coworker, you aren't texting back as frequently as when there's a male coworker. You probably don't even know it.
Probably.
Women pick up on that. I'm telling you. If you don't get anything else from today, get that. Women pick up on patterns. So,
Mr. Cutler, you paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
I'm gonna have to switch it up because you didn't learn
I figured it out now, yeah.
Okay, Miss John, we've got the failing to text. You got him as Mr. Friendly of the neighborhood. What else do you have?
But you got proof.
There will be money missing out of our joint bank account, just like $5 or $10 here or there. And when I ask him where it went, he'll say he bought cigarettes or something to that nature.
Smoker.
But he just bought cigarettes like an hour before that.
Where do you think he's taking a woman for $5 and $10?
On the dollar
Oh,
menu?
wait a minute. On the regular, not just here and there.
I don't think necessarily he's taking them out, maybe letting them borrow money or, grabbing them a drink or something. That's our money. We work hard for it, so it shouldn't be spent on no other female. Period.
right.
It don't matter how much it is.
All right, so Mr. Willette, you think all of this is just her deflecting?
Exactly what it is. I have this gut feeling that just something in my gut is telling me it's a guilty conscience. That's the reason why she's trying to accuse me for something so she can cover up what she's trying to cover up with.
So what do you think she's deflecting?
I don't know. I'm thinking, you know, she's kind of extra close with my roommate, like, and extra close. They'd be gone for hours at a time, like literally hours at a time. I'm going to the store to get milk. They'd be gone for 2 hours. One day they went out to get milk. 2 hours goes by, 3 hours goes by, 4 hours. 11 hours later, they come back.
So you
They had to go to Jacksonville to go feed their mom's cat.
Okay, wait.
11 hours it takes.
So you think she's cheating with your roommate?
I have a gut feeling.
So Cutler, we have her side, we have his side. Now we need the roommate side.
Okay. All right.
That roommate is here. Ron, would you escort her into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean.
Would you please state your name for the court?
Stacy Herrera.
All right. Miss Herrera, now how do you know Miss John?
My roommate?
All right, and you're also roommates with Mr. Willette.
Yes.
How long have you been living together?
Between 4 to 5 months.
All right, so what do you know about Miss John's and Mr. Willette's relationship? Do you believe he's cheating?
There's points I do.
Okay, why do you believe that?
He's out, he'll go somewhere and say he's going one place, and then we'll run into him and he's like, oh, well, I'm just coming back from getting this, and he's empty-handed.
So that makes you think that he is cheating?
Yeah, I mean, it's secretive, and it's just something that shouldn't be like, oh, well, his friend says this, and then he says something else.
That just don't make no sense to me. That makes no sense to me either.
Mr. Willette, did this occur that you were going for a friend and didn't come back with the items?
No. It didn't even go down like that.
But they could be covering up for wherever you're really going.
They don't
That's
want to
what you're covering. You guys are covering up something for what y'all are doing, trying to blame me. She's obviously doing something with her. They're always together. For hours at a time, they're gone. What do I know? They're texting each other in the same room.
So you believe these two are sexually involved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait.
Okay.
I actually
wait.
found.
You believe that your fiance and your roommate are
Ms.
involved with
Herrera.
each other?
Yes.
Why do you
Sexually.
believe that?
I found a pair of her panties on my bedroom floor. What are they doing on my bedroom floor?
live
She don't.
together.
She
We do
does.
our
You live
laundry
together.
together.
But
Hold
you
on,
don't
hold
do our laundries are separate.
Okay, wait. Whose panties?
Miss Herrera's.
You
What are
found
they doing? What are they doing in my room? On my bedroom floor? If they got mixed up in the laundry, why are they on the floor and not in the laundry?
Okay, so did he find a pair of your panties in the bedroom?
He did.
Why?
Okay, can you explain
Why?
to
You
me
said-
why
yeah,
your
exactly.
panties are in his
Why?
room?
She does laundry. Sometimes it'll get mixed up in the washer and the dryer. I mean, there's a total of 3 of us living there, along with my 2 kids. It's an easy
The
mix-up.
laundry gets put everywhere.
Well,
Ms.
that makes
Herrera,
no sense.
what is the nature of you all's relationship?
We're friends.
Are you more than friends?
No.
So basically, Miss John and Mr. Willette, this is a relationship completely devoid of trust. Is that a safe statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
At this moment.
5-year relationship and no trust. 4 years of engagement and no trust.
All right. Because we've had these allegations, the court has ordered a forensic analysis on both of your cell phones. And we have the results. At this time, the court will call cybersecurity expert Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean. Mr. Evans. Yes. All right, sir.
All right.
How are you, Mr. Evans?
I'm doing great. Yourselves?
Good to see you again.
All right. Now, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
She believes that he, erases information from his phone. Right. And so with a forensic examination, you can recover deleted information, correct?
I can recover deleted text messages, emails, pictures, videos, anything that's stored on a person's phone can be recovered.
So you were given both the plaintiff's and the defendant's phone for analysis, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what did you find?
Well, I gotta put my glasses on for this one. All right, well, let's start with the first one. What I found was this message here from Miss John.
Okay, it says, I just want to be able to make you happy as your girlfriend, your wife, your best friend, and especially make you happy and satisfy you in the bedroom. Right.
You're telling him, I want to be the best woman to you that I can be.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Great. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what I got into this relationship for, is to, you know what I'm saying, make 100% of us together.
Okay.
You know?
And when you got this text message,
I'm sorry?
when you got this text message, you smiled?
Of course I did.
Did you find anything else, Mr. Evans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. This one is of Mr. Willette. I don't know if he has aspirations of being a model or get a sock contract.
Well,
Okay.
do tell. Let me explain this to the court. Mr. Willette, I'm seeing more of you than I ever wanted. And you seem to be...
Laying in a reclining position with no clothes on except for a sock.
in a...
But the sock is not on your foot. Okay?
Size 8.
You understand what it looks like.
Oh, I know that picture.
Oh,
All right, and
who was this photo for? Who did
No,
this?
she actually took it.
So this was for you. Adult play.
Supposedly for me.
All right. Can you tell whether this was sent to any other women?
I did check for that. I did not see it was sent to any other woman except for her.
All right. Did you find any evidence that suggests either party might be cheating?
Okay, now, this is what I do have for you here, Your Honor.
So this is a text message from Miss John to Mr. Willette
Correct.
at 2:19 a.m. And it says, I am your wife and I want you home. Where the blank are you now? So did he respond to this text message?
He did not respond to her, but at the exact same time, he did respond to this young lady here.
So at the exact same time, she's asking, where are you? I want you home.
That's
He's
correct.
texting another woman.
That is correct.
All right. And so he says,
dang, so we can chill tonight, me and you, yes or no?
and she responds, where's Tina? Which is Miss John.
That at Housey, I'm on your steps, is his response.
Oh, you can chill for a minute, then I gotta go.
And he responds, you and me alone, laugh out loud. Okay, were you at someone else's house at 2:19 in the morning?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, another woman's house.
Yes.
Okay, what were you doing at another woman's house at 2:19 a.m.?
Well, she had owed me some money, so I was trying to be.
So you're trying to hang out?
2 o'clock in the morning.
You're trying to hang out at 2 in the morning.
You could have went to your homeboy's house. You didn't have to go to a female house.
Oh, I
Go
tried.
sit outside, go to a different room. That's
Okay,
getting away.
Dangs, so we can chill tonight, me and you. That doesn't sound like any bill collector I've ever encountered.
I know it sounds crazy, but
Okay, so Mr. Willette, here's what I'm observing. All up until now, you've been smooth. Now that we're asking you the hard questions, you fumbling all over yourself. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Were you with another woman?
sexually, no.
Okay, so how are you feeling about what he's telling you? Are you buying any of this?
No, not at all. It's surprising, hurt, kind of a numb feeling.
After all that we've discussed today, what do you want to say to your boyfriend or your fiance?
That I want him to start being more honest, and I want to work things out and, do whatever we have to do to move forward in our relationship.
It's gonna be hard.
What do you need him to do?
I need him to come clean and let me know everything that he's done.
Well, I have a question for you. He's accused you of being in a sexual relationship with your roommate. Have you been in a sexual relationship with Ms. Herrera?
Her and I have messed around, yeah.
But it hasn't been a relationship.
That proves everything right there. That's crazy.
So you and Miss Herrera, your roommate, have been sexually involved?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Obviously, I was going through stuff with him and the lies, and we just kind of relied on each other. And having drinks one night, it kind of
led to another.
Led one thing to another.
Was this a one-time sexual contact, or have you been together more than once?
It's been more than once, but...
That's even worse.
How often have you had contact?
I'd say less than 5.
Right, I was gonna say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
When was the last time you all were together?
A month ago?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Enough for me. I worked so damn hard for this. That makes no sense. What did I do all this for? For what?
But you suspected that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had that gut feeling. My gut feeling's always right.
And now your gut feeling has been confirmed.
Confirmed.
All right, so now that you have this information, yes, it's a hard question, but what are you going to do? Are you going to stay engaged to your fiance? You all have been together for 5 years.
I don't even know what to say. I sit down and think about this one.